I was in Munich for Hochschule München Diploma Show and I saw my friend Patrick across the street. He's a designer at BMW and we had an interview back in 2021. I will put the link to this video in the description if you want to take a look. And Patrick introduced me to Mark. He was showcasing a very nice exhibition to share information about their design studio and the creative podcast. And he's a very unique and creative person, so I had to record an interview with him. Also, he brought a one-to-one scale model of their car design to Hochschule München, and it is quite interesting to see. So let's listen to his story now. And who is Mark?
So great. Well, who is Mark? That's a good question. 30 years old, just turned. Yeah. Actually, it was kind of important for me to enter in the industry before 30. So last year when it started. I think I'm an open guy. I'm really interested in, getting boundaries a little bit wider and see what's behind the walls. And I think that would describe really.
And
best.
you studied car design? Did you always wanted to be car designer? Is it this cliche story like me? I always wanted to be car designer? Or?
No, actually not. I was really into sculpturing, and I think the most beautiful product that you could sculpture, in my opinion, is a car or a shoe. And at first I was scared to go into the industry, to even apply for university, because you see all those amazing pictures and from those designers, and you never knew, are you able to reach that level? But in a certain point, you see that creativity you got or you don't got it. It's a certain level of creativity everybody got. I think that's my opinion. But drawing skill set of this is something you can learn. Everybody starts from 0 to 100, and so there was then a certain time I said, okay, let's go for it. And I started here in this industrial design with the preparation on car design, transportation design. And, Mr. Wickenheiser was amazing. He offered me the opportunity to do it here. And so, yeah.
I also know that you got internship, right?
I got internship, yeah, that's true.
How was this journey? You sent your portfolio and you got that opportunity, or it was thanks to school?
Well, actually, it was thanks to my previous job. I was working it's called working student in a small design studio called DMS Design. They gave me the opportunity. I was working there for 4 years. I even started before I did university. I started there to get some experience, and I was really triggered by the stuff they did there. They had the opportunity there to go from design, from the digital design into the physical one, because they had downstairs a play studio and everything, and I met the designers. I remember when the big designers came, and there I had some contact with some designers, and I contacted them. It was an exterior detail team. It was Andy and Christian, and and then I applied for the internship, and they called back. Luckily.
You stayed there how long?
1 year. During that time, they called me I'm the longest intern.
It doesn't sound like internship.
No. There was a loophole, a small loophole, and after that, everybody used the loophole as well. Germany has some bureaucracy, and I found the loophole to stay longer.
What is this amazing?
Okay, thank you. Appreciate for the recognition. Actually, during the time internship, I had an experience how it is to work in a company. I was working before also in some companies. Then I started freelancing. I had my fingers in different topics, and also in the wholesome of a product, marketing, placement, but also designing it, and working with other photographs and communication designer. And this was a time when I thought, okay, I just can't be just a small part of a bigger company. I'm so interested to have my fingers on many different things. I knew that my core is going to be probably in the automotive and in the footwear industry, but I told myself, okay, how can we handle this? Because we told ourselves, okay, I had some friends, I told them about the idea, open up a studio in 2002. No, 2022, sorry.
That's better.
We're not that old. 2022. And at the end of it, and then realized, it's year 8. So we told ourselves, okay, let's go full. Let's make a one-to-one project to show. Apostroph Design is our company called, that we can do digital. We are digital-based company. So for us, it was important to transport digital work into a physical model, because I think that's the most important thing because you can do Blender, you can do Maya and all this stuff. And this is, I think, a really nice tool to find proportions, design, have a quick shot. But if you go to production, you need some other levels to go there. And then work on a package, for example. We started to work on an A6 package and took our proportions a little bit, squeezed it a little bit on front and the back, and also the greenhouse. And these are the things I think that's important to work in industry, to work for industry as a design studio.
How many people in the studio?
So actually, we got a core group of 13 people in different topics. I think we are, because some people are good at visualization and modeling. Crazy, really. The two guys. I'm long enough in this industry, but to have people who are hybrids, because currently you want to have everybody like to do this and that, but like hybrids, perfect in both of them is crazy. But 13 all in all, mixed with normal transportation, industrial designer, footwear designer, modelers, visualization, and communication and visual design, like photographic animation, stuff like this.
And the story behind the car. How long time you had? Like, you had the idea, there's the car show, I need to do it, and how long did it take to build this one-to-one scale?
So completely, it took us 6 months. I think the biggest problem was time and money, because it was all paid from our pocket.
Yes. I feel your pain.
Yeah, actually, I was really excited. It was no pain, because I knew. I think my father don't think that was funny, but I told him myself, I could take a Series 1 and drive it against the wall, or I can try to, with this money, I can try to build up a company or something else I can provide to some other people maybe one day. So at this point, I chose to go for a company with the money.
Totally worth it, right?
Yeah, it's totally worth it. I would do it again, really, even if I know it's going to work out. But eventually, it's not going to work out. I would never be in pain the money I've invested. Never. Like, this is the best part you can do. Yeah.
And that's a great approach. Like, even for my course, it will be a little bit of self promotion here. But even for courses, sometimes I hear, "Wow, that's so expensive." But you spend this money on a lot of unnecessary stuff.
Yeah.
Investing into yourself, your company. Is definitely always worth it.
It's not even about the promo, it's about the exercise and learning about it. Like, really, I learned so much about it. I knew a lot of stuff, and I could, take it over to our own concept, to our innovation concept. But at the end, it's always, you always learn something new, and this you can take to the next level, to the next project, and it's worth it. Money can't buy it. In some kind of case, it can buy it because you invested it. But it's accepted it.
But let's say I am a young guy who doesn't have much experience, but I want to build my own car, because I get a lot of messages. People are asking how to build my own car, how to do the prototype. What would be your recommendation or advice?
Because the fun thing is, the idea to build a car was not even mine, because I knew the prices for building a car like this. And the communication designer of mine, Luis, he told me like, Mark, we have to build a car. I can't see all those digital stuff. I want to have a physical one. I want to know that this could be reality, like really. And he got me to this point. So if you have the dream to build a car, really, just do it. Just do it. It's hard work. Maybe start with a small scale model. Before you even start, really get into the topic. How much costs something? What opportunities do you got? Do you got any contacts? Ask them first for help. Really, help is the most important thing. don't be shy to ask somebody for help. I know often you think you annoy people or something like this, but if it's a true friend, he's always going to help. Or if he sees something in you, I had many people who saw something in me and I saw that they wanted to help. So really ask for help and get all the knowledge together. If you're afraid from something, the best thing to do is to get knowledge. I think this is how you can compromise the fear of doing a car or building it up. Is it digital or physical? Doesn't it?
Yeah, building a car is definitely not a one-man job, I guess.
No, not at all. Really, I have to say, this is a team job. This is 13 people working on a project, launching it, and designing it. I think it's an industry. I know it's for marketing that you have one person, you put it into the front, but I think that's wrong. Really, this is a team that is building up a car, not only single person.
And so the goal of your design studio is to find clients in car industry and help them somehow, right?
Yeah.
So tell me more about it. What's your goal, the mission, vision, whatever you want to say?
Yeah. For us was the vision. I think we are a new generation, and I think it's often. I'm thankful for the older generations that had their studios. They helped me to get into the industry. But there's a time I think you lose a little bit of pulse of certain things, and it's normal. And we are giving us a try, and I think we will make it phenomenal. Thanks also to the car, and really we had a lot of recognition for it. We can give clients some input of a more youth side, because you always have workers in your company, and you cooking. I see to build a car or to design a car in a OEM, in a big group, in a big company, is like cooking there's this Ukraine called Borscht. You mix everything together what you got, but you're cooking always the same dish, and to get some input from outside is always hard to get if you work all together. So we can get a pulse, somebody else, an impulse to get on another level together, or just like to have the impulse and take it to your company and go for the next level there. Yeah,
that's great. And you are looking for only companies in Munich because you are based here, but you're also digital. So
yeah, we're actually digital. So if the client says for us it's important that you stay close to us, we have a partner in a national partner, and also currently working to get an international partner where we can get rented out some flexible studios, so we can provide them also and be a close case. But first of all, we are a digital company, so we can work for everybody in every country. Is it USA? Is it China? Is it in the Europe?
All possible
for the target and for the task.
On my channel, people who wants to be car designers or car design students are also watching a lot. So is there any internship possibility, or how does it work? Do you have any openings for someone?
Yeah, actually we do. We currently in September we're planning to apply for the first internships. So if somebody is interested, just hit us up on a LinkedIn or on Instagram. We're building up currently our website. You can also go for Apostroph Design, apostroph-design.com. There's also our website with the mail address. Just contact us. And we'll see what September is going to be. Yeah.
What would be your recommendation? Someone who is sending you the portfolio, what would you like to see? Crazy projects, or?
I think the mixture is doing it, because I want to see that somebody has a certain amount of creativity, but also has the feeling to see what the client wants, because I think the most important thing is to listen what the client is saying to you, and to provide the information that you got into your concept. Because I saw often in the industry that people, they have a vision, but it was not the client's vision, and they just did their thing. And the client said, yeah, it's nice, so stuff like this, but had to renew it. And so it's a mixture about really creative stuff, but also really the mental, really base stuff, the basement of car design or something like this. But I would say, don't be scared what your level is. Just give it a try. I think as a designer, you will always have the feeling that you're not perfect. So
Never-ending story.
no, it's a never-ending story. So really, is it the internship at Apostroph Design or somewhere else? Just give it a try. It's worth it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to talk about is you are having a podcast soon. Did you already start it? Tell me about.
Actually, yeah. Yesterday we started with our first episode. It was about perfection and productivity, like the verses of it, because it's always, like I say, hard to get the balance between those things. And this is the first episode we dropped from Creative Colon. It's here. Yeah, Creative Colon with our sound designer and my partner, also music producer Artur Bredo. And yeah, we are excited to tell more about creative processes, creative tasks, also industries, different, not only automotive design, also music, writing, or photography. Yeah,
Feed each other always anyway. Right?
yes,
Creative fields.
yeah, that was the most important thing for us, because like I think inspiration you mostly don't find in your own topic where you're working. You find it somewhere else. And me, Arthur, and me, we had the feeling that there's the communication about it is not, like I said, present enough. So we wanted to change something about this with Creative Colon, and let's see.
The only problem is it's for now in German. Right?
It's for now in German. It's going to be out with a title, like an English title, and we are soon going to do some English episodes, and probably doing some cooperation episodes also with international people as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Really nice story. It's amazing to know you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Words for design students, any advice or anything coming to your mind?
Never give up. Actually, it's. I was always joking about those people who said like, "Oh, never give up," all this stuff. But I lost a lot of tears during this project. I can tell you that. And there was times when my girlfriend, like, there's this bird who has his head into the sand. You know, this was me for a day, and then you have to take it out, because if you go for design, you always have a feedback that is not positive, or you can apply for something, but you have to tuck out your head of the ground and then go through it. It's really worth it. Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate for your time. Thank you.